Fridays mean unplugged on 702.
It's 702 Unplugged time, which means you can sit back and relax and enjoy some music. The Friday has officially loaded. The weekend is here, and we're in studio with Matthew Mole. Can you believe a decade in? Matthew, welcome.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Good. I just love your chilled, laid-back energy that I feel like you should be or are a coastal person.
I am from the coast, so that maybe explain. I'm not really aware of it, so that's thanks. I think
you've got that coastal. It's like I can't even in the way that you speak. I just feel like there's a sea breeze somewhere behind you happening
awesome.
the whole time.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. But when I go down to the coast, I get frustrated with the slowness. So I hope I'm not too slow.
Why do you get frustrated with the slow? Because for me, the coast represents holiday destination.
Slowness.
I've always been a Gauteng person. That when I've had to work there, it's exactly that I feel frustrated. That I'm like, I'm so unproductive.
Exactly,
I'm not flourishing.
Yeah. So I'm from Cape Town, but I moved up to Johannesburg almost 10 years ago now.
Yes.
So I got very used to the different pace here, and I love it. I like that. So when I go back home to like my family and stuff, it's very different, which is nice. It's nice that can be a place to go and get some rest or something.
Where's it easiest to compose and be creative?
Oh, that's a good question. I think what I've found is like there isn't really one place or one time or one environment, but because there can often be a time where like things are chaotic, but there'll be an idea that comes that ends up becoming it's one of my favorite songs. That's happened before. But the thing that helps the most, if I want to get into the right headspace for creating or writing, I just need some kind of consistency. Like I need to be in the same place without traveling around too much, like without leaving wherever that place is, as in like I can go to the shops and stuff, but I need to try and stay in that one city or wherever it is for like at least a month, just so that I can get my headspace into like some kind of routine, consistency, and that helps kind of clear whatever noise is going on in my head, so that the creativity flows, if that makes sense.
Yes, no, completely. And I think obviously everybody's processes are so different. But I totally agree with the concept of it's like a writing camp type of setup that you would create for yourself.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So let's talk about Goodbye.
Yes.
Why Goodbye?
Goodbye. Yeah, I was wondering if like when the song, because I mean I like to write songs that have some sort of positive message in them, some message of hope. And I was thinking about it as like the name Goodbye doesn't necessarily sound super hopeful. Yes. And I was wondering if people they're gonna hear it and at first think like, oh, like where's he going, or is he breaking up with his wife or something? And that's not happening at all. I'm very happily married, and the song is actually about it's like a victory song. That's kind of what I imagined for the song, and the Goodbye name kind of just associated well with the song, because the song is all about saying goodbye to like all the things that try like get in your way or try to pull you down, or like all the lies that you believe about yourself that aren't true, like like you're not enough, or it sounds really cheesy talking about it, but it's that kind of thing. So that's where that comes from, Goodbye. So it's meant to be more of a positive, like standing up for yourself, like goodbye, I'm going to be stronger from now on.
You know what I love about the art of which music is art is that it is the cheesy. Most of the time it's a cheesy concept that you turn into this poetic moment of words just jumping on beautiful notes and melodies just skipping about and into people's hearts. Like
that is amazing that when people can do that. That's so true, because I mean I guess like cheesiness it's normally, when it comes to at least this kind of thing, creativity, it's normally associated with like the simple stuff, and people connect with simple stuff. You can really overcomplicate something that's simple, but you can also find a lot of depth and meaning in simplicity. So maybe that's where there's beauty there. Somehow you get people, I'm not saying I'm one of them, but you get people that are able to be super poetic and deep within simple things. And then when they try, and someone like me who's not very poetic. I don't think when I try and explain a song that I've written, it's going to come across super cheesy. Very cheesy.
So goodbye, though. Also, you are leaving soon but not forever. You're going to be going on tour.
Yes,
so
to Europe.
Yes, so you're doing Europe and the UK.
Yes, that's right.
And when are you off, and where are you planning to go to?
Yeah. Thanks for asking. So that's been coming up for a while. Although obviously, the last 2.5 years in the world has been strange. Yes. So that's kind of the original plan was it's like a 32-day tour of like 20-something shows in Europe and the UK. It was meant to happen like almost 2.5 years ago, but it was moved, and now finally it's able to happen.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of planning and a lot of stuff that's gone into it, and I'm looking forward to it. I leave on Tuesday next week, and then we start off in Europe around like Germany, the Netherlands, a whole lot of kind of like, classic European countries. Yes. And then we'll head over to the UK towards the end of the tour where people speak English and there won't be as much of a language barrier, but the whole experience is I've done a couple of these tours before, and it's such an amazing experience because I'm so out of my comfort zone there. So it's such a cool time to grow and also just experience the world a bit. But
I don't imagine you're going to find yourself, for example, in Germany, in like East Germany. You're going to be possibly in Berlin.
Yes, that's a good point. That's a very good point. But there's one place where we're going. I don't even remember. There are like 8 different German cities, but there was one decision between 2 different. I'm not going to try and remember which of the cities they were, but there were 2 where we had to decide if we were going to stay in one. It was Hamburg and Leipzig. Those are the 2 cities. We had to decide in between these holiday days off. We had to decide which one we were going to stay in for the longest during those days off. And they are 2 opposite ends of Germany. And Hamburg is like a more. It's more expensive to stay there because I think it's more of like a tourist attraction kind of city, and I'm a little more familiar with Hamburg, so we did end up we were gonna stay there. But we were looking at the pros and cons, and what I thought sounded so fascinating was that Leipzig is like one of the cities that survived the war, and the war was a horrible thing, but to just be in a city that went through so much change would have been quite interesting. So we'll be there for one day, but it's like luckily we won't be spending too much time in the crazy parts of Germany, like you say.
Yes, and then in terms of your show stamina, how's your fitness at the moment, considering that you haven't been doing this for a while? And I think maybe many people who are not musicians, particularly where your main instrument is your voice, don't understand it is a muscle that needs to be show fit. Totally. Your breath control needs to be, your diaphragm needs to be ready.
Yes, you're so right, and it's so true. We've been talking about it quite a bit, the crew of us that are going over. Even just the shows that are happening in South Africa again it's amazing because there's a lot of stuff going on now. It's really cool. People are excited, people are going to shows, people are organizing shows, but it's like the bands, everyone that you talk to, all the people that are performing are exhausted because they're not used to just playing 2 nights in a row. Is crazy. So but it's fine. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and we have we'll create a little bit of a routine where like we'll try to wake up at the same time in the mornings and try to get to bed early enough. But my voice, I don't know, I'm gonna have to find out. I'm just gonna have to really hit the warm-ups as much as possible and take a whole bunch of vitamins, multivitamins. Hopefully I'll probably get sick at some point because that's always happened, but not too sick, so it'll be okay.
Listen, just stay away from coronavirus and monkeypox. Don't go touring and bring it back home.
No. We'll stay in the van. We'll just stay in the van.
Matthew Mole, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you head over to our Facebook page. We are streaming live in studio. And when we come back, it's all about the music. Ladies and gentlemen, live in studio for 702 Unplugged, Matthew Mole.
Forever, the light in the dark, and I found it, the treasure, your beautiful heart, and with every piece of mine, I love you more than life. And you see it, you show it, the look in your eyes says that you called it, you know it, the truth in my lies, because you know me better now than I think I know myself. take me back to when we sat alone in the garden. The dreams you had, you told me that it won't be a problem. Remember how it felt to love and never doubt. I wish that I could tell you why it doesn't get easy to give away the part that makes me love you completely. But we have never lost, 'cause we will never start. And let me love you. All I want from you, and we are stronger. Hold on for longer. You and I, we're part of something. Never look behind. It's you and I forever. You and I, we're part of something. Never look behind. It's you and I forever. Let me love you. All I want from you, and we are stronger. Hold on for longer. Thank you. Yeah, so that song's called Let Me. Thank you for letting me sing songs with you today, and everyone listening. I've got some cool effects on my voice even when I talk now, so that way you know we're live. But I'm going to play you that new song we were chatting about just now. It's called Goodbye. It came out today, and it's about saying goodbye to all the lies. When I say goodbye to every word you've said, I wanna clear my mind, but you're in my head, and you know I'm scared of the world around. You wanna take me there, you wanna let me down. We fall, we fight, we take our time, and we own the night. We say goodbye, goodbye, and the only thing is the love I've found with every word I sing. I'm gonna take you down, and I know my heart will never let you in. Oh, my love will never let you in. And on this night, I will win this fight. We fall, we fight, we take our time, we own the night. We say goodbye, we fall, we fight, we take our time, we own the night. We say goodbye, goodbye.
I'm a super awkward person, so when it comes to chatting to everyone between songs, as you can hear, it's very awkward.
Don't worry, it's just you and I in the room. You're literally giving me a private performance.
There it is. Well, then I'm going to dedicate one more song to you.
Thank you.
This next one is called Take Yours, I'll Take Mine. It was one of my first singles. Thank you so much for having me.
Take yours and I'll take mine. On the right hand side I'll rest, and you'll find that you take rest in wine. So take these words and make them right, so one day you and I will write our names in the sky. We'll confide, and I'll find mine on the right of your side, and I'll find mine on the right of your side. If I throw away my fear and pride to set things right, then I'll find mine on the right of your side. And brothers and sisters, fill these cups with life. Please forgive them, 'cause they know not their lives. So take these words and make them right, so one day you and I will write our names in the sky. We'll confide, and I'll find mine on the right of your side, and I'll find mine on the right of your side. If I throw away my fear and pride to set things right, then I'll find mine on the right of your side. And I'll find mine on the right of your side, and I'll find mine on the right of your side. If I throw away my fear and pride to set things right, then I'll find mine on the right of your side.
Your voice is just, I need to find the correct word. So, you know when you have sorbet, come through. You know when you have sorbet after a meal that might be a bit spicy and heavy, and then it just does something. It cleanses cleanses your palate, refreshing. Then that hint of that tang that just comes. That's your voice does that
thank
to
you.
me.
You've been way too kind. But thank
your
you.
voice, and then of course just the guitar being such a versatile instrument, you do the most interesting things, because there's a point where you were plucking but not fully playing, just to give it that rhythmic. I'm in love.
Man, thank you.
I'm in love.
Can you come on tour with me just to be so encouraging?
To hype you up.
Yes, please.
On the road. Where can we find you on Instagram and Twitter?
Oh, everywhere. It's on the internet. It's all the platforms. Is Matthew. If you search Matthew Mole, Matthew with 2 T's, but the handle is Matthew J Mole on all of them. So hopefully, come say hello.
Matthew J Mole, thank you so much for getting us ready for the weekend that is about to happen. Matthew Mole, ladies and gentlemen.
Fridays mean unplugged on 702.